God is us because we are created in the same image as energy, because how you will cease to exist and that's it, right? But
Yeah, I understand.
it just happens.
All right, let me.
Yeah, I sin. I do not live by the precepts of any religion. I live by the precepts of existence is brief, just get to experience it as much as you can.
Yo, my people, hope you're doing well. Welcome to this video, this very interesting video. And but before we get into that, I actually just want to share this with you. I have a clothing business, and I've just released a new t-shirt. It's called Temporary Pleasure. It's not worth eternal regret. So if you actually want to go and actually check it out, the link is in the bio. But yeah, this is a very interesting conversation, guys. So yeah, not only question but conversation. But yeah, let's see how this conversation went. So let me leave you. Also, make sure you guys like and subscribe, because I also want this video to be pushed to the nations, because you never know who this video could touch. So if you could help by just liking, subscribing. But yeah, let's get straight to it now. All right, hi guys, I'm here with
Mateo,
So Mateo, what happens after we die?
I believe there's nothing. We're just a random bunch of atoms that gets to experience existence, and after we die, it's nothing. Nothing. We go back to to where we came from, the earth.
Okay. Do you believe in like a god?
No.
No? Why is that exactly?
I am a scientist. I am a biologist. I study cellular biology in a molecular level, and I believe in the power of random and a great amount of time.
Okay. So for you, like, how was the world created?
It wasn't created. Created is a flawed term because it means that it's had a beginning, because that's a really human term. If something existed, so it has to be created or has to have a beginning. But I think it's always existed. It's always been there.
Okay. You said that we're random atoms.
Yeah.
So as random atoms, why do we have things like feelings?
Oh, it's interesting because, like, what you call God, for example, I call energy, but not energy in a spiritual way. Energy in a pure physical, metaphysical way, like gravity, electromagnetism, heat, light. All right. If that's according to physics, is what rules the whole universe. God is us because we are created in the same image as energy, because we follow the same laws and we just follow everything that's been created. It's been set before us for a long time, and we are just the universe experiencing itself. We are energy getting to give a name to itself.
Okay. So you don't believe we have a soul?
No, I don't believe in soul.
So what I'm trying to also say is that where does our morality come from then if we do not have a soul?
Oh, from a really complex system of ages and ages between us, of pre-established things. Because faith, I guess this conversation circles about faith. For me, faith has not disappeared in the humankind. We talked about this yesterday in our garden. Faith has, before, when we didn't have means of knowledge, the answer of what you asked me, what's afterlife, it was a big question and we didn't have the means to know it. So my faith between the answer and the question was very big. But for me, as a scientist, I still have faith. I have faith in atoms, in gravity, in things that I cannot fully comprehend, but I believe as true. For me, faith has not disappeared. Faith has become smaller.
Okay, fair enough.
It's become compartmentalized.
Okay, fair. Do you believe, let's say, someone like Jesus Christ actually existed?
Yeah, Jesus is a historical figure. I believe he existed, yeah.
What do you think about the claims that he could be more than a god? I mean, more than a human being, perhaps God?
I don't know if he could be more than a human. I believe he was someone who saw things really different to the time he was living in. Everyone rejected the homosexual, the whores, the leopards, everything, like, and he was like, I don't care who you are, just come to me and be true, and as long as you're chill, I'm chill. For me, religion has completely taken like a different angle to that. Jesus was a really chill guy who accepted everyone, and suddenly religion has come transformed into a system of non-acceptance unless you follow a very set of strict guidelines.
No, I mean, Jesus was all loving, but I mean, there's a Bible verse that actually says that Jesus has not come to bring peace, he's come to bring a sword, meaning that he's come to bring the vision.
But the Bible is a set of stories written a long time ago, and most of the things we know now as precepts of the Bible are just histories that have been interpreted over the centuries and centuries and centuries with a lot of. I understand that when your faith becomes smaller, it's scary and things become feeble because you are a human being and you're so complex and you cannot understand how you will cease to exist and that's it, right? But
Yeah, I understand.
it just happens. That's my
I
opinion.
understand.
And like,
No, I'm just asking questions. There was actually like a video I saw, and as we agreed, Jesus existed, and Jesus' blood was actually tested. And as you know, each human being has 23 plus 23 chromosomes. How much is that? They tested Jesus' blood, but Jesus only had 23 chromosomes. Have you seen that?
I'm not familiar with the research, so I cannot take a strong opinion on that.
Well,
I would strongly disagree, though.
okay, I would recommend after all of this, you should check that
I
out.
work in an IVF lab. I make like humans for a living. I work in a human farm, so to speak. And it's impossible for a human being to develop with less than 20 chromosomes. So from where I stand, with less than 46 chromosomes, I'm sorry. I understand. I understand that this research can happen, but I'm not aware of it, so I cannot take an opinion. But I would be surprised.
I understand, because like for me, I was actually once like agnostic atheist, because I've actually done quite a lot of research into it, and one of the like I would really recommend check it out after is that I saw that that study, that video, and like I said, yo, that's impossible. And so it's like a bit about me is that I didn't believe about anything until like one day I actually prayed a dangerous prayer. I was like, God, if you're truly real, reveal yourself to me, because I was just seeking for.
You know what the beautiful thing is? That if I were to say that my truth is the only truth, I would be a bad scientist. As a scientist, I put myself in the place of doubt and say that we don't know it. We don't know the answer. It could be, I hope, spirituality and soul and afterlife is real. I really hope. If I die and I wake up like this in an afterlife, I'll be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong. But as far as for me knowledge expands, I don't think that's possible. I just think it's a big answer to a question which has troubled us since the very beginning, and as the answer has become more real, people have become more and more obtuse in the way to accept these answers.
Okay, I understand.
It's not true. We don't know the truth. That's the whole thing. We don't know it.
I'm just say like two more things.
Yeah, go on.
And the thing with science that we've also got to bear in mind is that it's very hard for science to prove the spiritual things.
Yeah.
I think we can both agree on that. And I just wanted to share this. Let's say you had a backpack, right? And we were to fill it up with your sin.
Yeah.
And sin is just like lying, stealing. I just want to share something with you. Would that be heavy or not?
Sorry, repeat the question.
So let's say you had a backpack, right, and we had to fill it up with your sin. Would it be heavy or not?
Sin is like so subjective.
All right, let me.
Yeah, I sin. I do not live by the precepts of any religion. Okay. I live by the precepts of existence is brief, just get to experience it as much as you can.
And let's say you owe the bank $1 million, and let's say someone gave you a check, and there's $1 million check to pay the debt. I'm guessing you would pay that debt, right?
My spiritual debt.
No, like, let's just say you owe the bank $1 million, Mateo.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would like get rid of my debt, of course.
Yeah. And you see, that's what Jesus did for us on the cross. That's what we believe. And I just wanted to share that with you. That's Jesus wrote a check with your name on it, with his blood. And Jesus says if you truly believe in that, you're saved. And Mateo, I understand that you believe in science, and I don't disagree with science. I believe that science shows that there was an intelligent mind behind all of this. Because I don't believe, I believe with everything there's a beginning. I don't believe non-existence can cause existence. I don't believe the personal can come from the non-personal.
But I ask you, would you be willing to change your beliefs if something really drastic and profoundly and inevitably proof happened to exist that no God existed?
I want the truth, yeah.
Would you change your beliefs?
I want the truth, yeah.
Like, for example, I really started dabbling on this spirituality thing when I read somewhere that someone, to a Dalai Lama, a really important scientist, to a Dalai Lama, a high spiritual figure of all religion, he asked him, what would you do if something terribly scientific happened that challenged your beliefs? And the Dalai Lama said, I would change my beliefs.
Yeah.
And
Because I
then
want
the
the
Dalai
truth.
Lama asked the same question to the scientist. What would happen if something terribly spiritual contradicted your beliefs? And the scientist would remain obtuse in his opinion. So like, the beautiful thing about it is that we don't know the truth. You could be right, I could be right, Jesus could be right, Jesus could save us, or science could have the answer and there's nothing. I guess we'll never know.
No, I understand that. But with me, it's like, I believe in Jesus because, like I said, there's a lot of evidence. I would say, like I said, look into it.
Of his existence, yeah. Of his
And there's a case
spiritual
study,
relevance.
and there's a lot of people that claim that he raised from the dead and he died. Like there's even scholars like Joseph Russell.
It's testimony from long ago, really long ago. I understand that it could be the truth, that it's testimony from very long ago. We don't stop believing. You believe in something and I believe in another thing. My faith is different to yours, but the truth is yet to be discovered. I hope we find each other in the afterlife and dab up.
What's going on there?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
He's interviewing about the afterlife. Do you want to take a take?
What's into it?
Just about afterlife. Just about afterlife.
The afterlife.
Yeah, man. But yeah, no, bro. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much
you for your time, man. Could I at least pray for you? And
Yeah,
then,
of course, please. I will pray
Yeah.
for you in my scientific way. In
Oh,
that everything I believe in, it's wrong, and we have an
Yeah.
afterlife. Yeah.
Let me be interviewed.
Yeah, after this.
Yeah.
Lord, thank you for this encounter with Mateo, and Lord, I pray that you just continue to send people to water this seed, encounter him in dreams, visions, Lord, and I just pray that he never forgets this conversation. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you,
Give me a
Mateo.
hug, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
It's
man.
been real, eh?
Yeah, nice
Thank you.
speaking to you, man. All right.